And now, straight from the law-abiding biker media studio,
out of sunny Yakima, Washington,
we bring you another episode of the
#1 listen to motorcycle podcast.
We're in your head.
We're in your head.
We're in your head.
We're in your head.
Good morning, bikeaholics.
Oh, yeah. Lurch in the house.
What's up?
Popeye in the house.
Yo, yo, yo.
Welcome back, fellow bikeaholics. This is the podcast for the Big MM, the motorcycle majority. That's right, the
99%ers.
Oh, yeah, know that. Know that. So what are you waiting for, freaking bikeaholics? Mount up. Let us take you for a ride. Great to be back in the studio. You guys should be riding. If you're not riding, you should be thinking about riding. If you're not thinking about riding, then we're here to help. How about that?
I like that.
That's right. You heard it. Popeye studio left, and it's been a while since Popeye has been in the studio, so thank you for gracing us with your presence, sir.
You bet. That was my tribute to Robin Williams on the opener there from one of his greatest, Good Morning, Vietnam.
It was. It's been a minute since he passed, but we hadn't done a little tribute. I remember. Oh, there's Lurch staring at me. Haven't said Lurch is here. Straight up, Lurch studio right before we get into that. Don't do it. All right, there you go. So yeah, I was thinking, Robin Williams. Do you want to set the studio timer, bro? When you get a chance?
Oh yes, that's the only job that I have, and I screwed it up, didn't I?
Right. That's pretty much it.
Pretty much a supervisor.
Oh, ouch.
Admin.
Definitely.
Working admin. Thank you very much.
Definitely. Do you guys remember? I'm a little bit older, not much, from Lurch, but you remember when he did Popeye, dude?
Oh, yeah. I remember that. Yep.
Absolutely freaking love that movie because I was a big Popeye fan when I was a kid. And then we was P-O, and didn't get to go to the theater a lot, but my parents knew how much I liked Popeye and took me to that movie. And I still remember that. And Olive's Oil.
Yeah.
Yeah. You remember the movie, huh?
Yeah,
you did a good job.
Yeah.
Did a good job. Yeah, there you go.
There you go. That's better.
Yeah. And that was, of course, Mork and Mindy. Remember?
Classic.
Classic.
Yeah.
That's when he really actually did
Nano.
Popeye after that. But
Nano.
and then, of course, your tribute there to
he's done a lot of stuff. What a great actor. Comedian. He did all kinds of good
Mrs.
stuff.
Doubtfire was your favorite, though, wasn't it, Ryan?
negative.
Oh, okay.
No, my wife.
I figured
loved-
since he was in a dress and you like to get in dresses, maybe
Yeah.
you guys had something in common on there.
I don't think so. So what do you think of the studio here, Popeye? You have not been in since you and Sarge.
Yeah, me and
were
Sarge
down here.
It has been a while since I have been in. Just been busy and have not made it down. I'll tell you what, I got a pretty sweet gig.
Well, that wasn't the question. What do you think of the studio?
I like the studio.
All right, thank you.
I like
Move
the
on.
studio.
Random.
No, I was going to say, one of the reasons I've been so busy is overtime on jet skis. That's rough business.
Shut up. Are you serious?
I'm serious. I got to go tomorrow.
This is what he sings while he's on his jet ski. He's just waving his arms in the air.
Yeah. Can he ride a jet ski with no handlebars?
Yeah.
Or if you watch the Duck Dynasty, Cy calls them water bikes.
Yeah.
Water bikes.
Well, the thing is, for those who don't know what I'm talking about, is we have a dam up here that was about ready to break, and they had to lower the water levels down. And as part of that, what they did is they got all kinds of extra people out on the river. And as part of those extra people are jet skis. You want to talk about a good overtime gig?
Yeah.
Awesome.
No doubt, dude. Tax money hard at work.
Oh, yeah. And all we're doing is kicking people off the riverbank. How'd you go?
Why are you, explain to the audience, because these dams are on the Columbia River, which are huge in our neck of the woods here, and especially north too. You're protecting artifacts. Is that correct?
That is correct. Yeah, there's
What kind of artifacts?
Native American artifacts that are along the riverbank.
And have you seen any?
I have not seen any, but I know they're there, apparently.
And there's burial
They're supposed to
sites,
be there.
apparently.
They're
sites?
supposed to be.
Burial sites.
There are
Yeah.
burial sites. Yeah, there's actually quite a few. And what
Under the
hap-
water, right?
Right.
It was under the water.
Right.
It was under the water. And so what happened is this dam got a crack in it, and it actually leaned about 6 inches. And so
did it really?
Oh, yeah. It leaned a lot. They couldn't close the gate. That's how they
Which
discovered
dam was it?
It was the Wanapum Dam.
Mm-hmm.
So if anybody wants to Google that and read a little bit about it. But what happened, this thing leans over, and then they decided we have to drop. They dropped it like 27 feet. So it is way down. It's down to like pre-dam levels. And part of the thing is that the Native Americans that used to be in that area and had all these artifacts in the area. I mean, well, there's artifacts now. They didn't have artifacts, I guess.
Right.
So we have to
They had
protect them.
stuff.
Yeah. It's basically their leftover garbage
Yeah.
they probably piled in this somewhere and said, let's get rid of this.
Arrowheads,
But
whatnot.
now they're paying me overtime, and I'm not going to complain.
Because people are going out there and disturbing those burial sites, and they're getting stuck in the dirt, right?
Oh, yeah.
So it's also
Oh, yeah.
a safety hazard. People are going out there and getting stuck in the quicksand.
Yeah, when they pulled the river down, there
Sounds
was like
about right.
quicksand. People go out there and they would get stuck up to their shoulders, and then they'd have to have the fire department come out and get them out. I mean, it was nasty.
What have they fixed the crack?
No, not yet.
Seriously?
Millions of dollars.
They got to get a
Dude.
really really big tube of JB Weld,
Just put
squirt it in the crack.
Yeah.
Did you just say squirt it in the crack? They really just need to
I
get.
did, but after I said it, I thought we'd move on. But you caught me.
They just need to put some cock
Oh yeah,
in the crack.
Yeah, CAL,
Cock the crack.
CAULK. Yeah,
I'm just saying. Is it a wide crack or a
It's wide
a
and it's
skinny,
long.
tight
Actually,
crack?
no, it's wide and it's long.
really?
Yes.
So it's like a lady of the night.
what?
Yeah, what you talking about?
Random.
That's a nice word for
For whore.
right, lady of the night.
I'm picking up what you're putting down.
All right,
Yeah.
you're picking up what I'm putting
Oh, yeah.
down. So,
I smell what you're cooking.
Mm-hmm.
all right, this has nothing to do with motorcycles,
No,
but it's
it
fun to
doesn't.
talk about.
I hear you chirping.
Okay.
Back on track.
Yep,
Yeah.
back on track. So, guys, we've got a loaded show for you here. Now that we're done
Loaded like
with our
what?
damn talk,
A diaper.
That's
loaded
right.
like a baby's diaper.
That's right.
Mm.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, my son loaded one up this morning. I was not happy about
You're
that.
a lucky guy.
Oh, I tell you what,
Did you get to change it?
I did. My wife wasn't home.
Attaboy.
I got a rule at my house. We don't have kids. My wife and I, we weren't so lucky.
She just has to change Lurch's diaper.
That's right. The rule is at my house, you can't come over and stay with me until you can wipe your own butt.
Yeah, for the nephews and
Yep.
nieces.
Yep.
Right.
They're not allowed to come stay with me until they can wipe their own butt.
That's a good rule,
This
dude.
guy does not wipe butts.
It's a good,
Well,
good rule.
your underwear must be a mess then.
Yeah.
Well,
The guy that takes
hardy,
combat dumps.
har. Hey, somebody, you got a combat dump from time to time.
Yeah.
True that. Now, have you guys seen the new video? This Lurch,
Have I
did you,
seen it? I was in it.
You were in it, but you didn't-
I did watch it.
what do you think?
Very good job.
Pretty
Your hand model was pretty good.
was. Did you notice the high definition?
Oh,
of it?
yeah.
And the lighting, because we're now doing all the professional studio lighting. We've got a whole studio set up. My stuff's set up out there right now.
And you did a great voiceover job.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Yep. We talked about that last episode. Me and Oscar is the reason I did a voiceover is because we completely lost. I didn't record. I didn't turn the lavalier mic on. Yeah. But the voiceover turned out pretty good.
Yeah. Mhm.
So, so that's out there for you guys. That was a highly requested video. And that was the, how to replace your brake pads on your motorcycle. We used a Harley Davidson, but likely most of them are the same. Really doesn't matter. You can head over and get that video. It's completely free, of course. lawabidingbiker.com/replace Harley brake pads. That will get you directly to that video. It's been getting a lot of good feedback just because it was a requested video. And then on top of it, we really ramped up our game as far as editing and as far as actually shooting it with high quality gear. If you guys appreciate that video, of course, you can always go over to lawabidingbiker.com/donate so we can keep coming out. Again, me and Oscar talked about whether we were going to sell that video or not. And me and Lurch actually talked about it. We didn't. We decided to put it for free. So yeah, if you like it, head over there. Hit us up on Patreon too. lawabidingbiker.com/Patreon. Yeah. So there you go. Oh, tech mount, guys. The tech mount. You guys remember doing this?
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I need to order one.
Do you? Yeah, you need to order one
I do.
still, don't you?
Yeah.
Okay. I've
And-
got something in the shop for you
Oh,
because
Ooh.
wish you had had that last week for me when I took
Yeah.
a little ride.
you're gonna like it.
Nice.
I've got
You You giving away my tech mount?
Don't worry about it.
No. I actually did a video on it today. I recorded a video on it, but it's the new tech gripper. So anyways, we did, guys.
I think I just got shafted.
Yeah.
No, it's not a full thing.
I'll shaft you
it's
later.
It's not a full mount. Somebody needs to buy the arm for it. It's the tech gripper. He just sent the tech gripper part.
Gotcha.
I didn't know. I actually opened it up on video today, and I'm like, hey, there's no arm here because we put the arm and the ball joint on LD's bike.
Gotcha.
So he was, I guess he was assuming
Right.
that we would just pop it, the proprietary case, and then pop the universal tech gripper on. So whatever. It is what it is. If you're listening, Roy, send us another arm for the control cluster. And, cause somebody's going to need to purchase that. And I could only do part of the review video because of that. But anyways, we are, pretty awesome mounts, guys. The tech mount. And if you need one for your motorcycle or your GPS mounting system, it is a solution for you, all you bikeaholics out there. That's right. The Law Abiding Biker Podcast. We do approve of these mounts, and we personally use them on LD's using it on his motorcycle.
It looks good.
You're going to get one,
good. Yep.
and it functions awesome.
Yeah, it's a lot sexier than the Ram mount, a lot more
Oh.
streamlined.
Totally.
Yeah.
And this universal tech gripper that I'll hopefully, guys, by the time you get this podcast, it'll be close to me releasing that video, but I'll release it and show you guys with this new tech gripper. Again, you can get it through the same place. It's still made by Tech Mount, and you guys can get it through our affiliate, and we'd really appreciate it if you decide to get a motorcycle cell phone mount solution for your motorcycle. Head over to lawabidingbiker.com/powersportsus. No extra cost to you. We do get a small commission. Helps us out if you decide that you're going to order that for your motorcycle. All right, let's move on to, we got a Harbor Freight review here, guys. And this was, I talked to Bob Piazza, and he is a listener of the podcast. And I found out through some communications anyways that he bought a lift. It just happened. It was secondhand information as far as it wasn't really what our correspondence was about, but he mentioned it. So I emailed him back and said, hey, can you do a quick review of this lift? Because I'm trying to get, some different lifts and trying to get some of these companies to step up to the plate. And, the biker community is asking, what's the best lift for your money? What's affordable, what can be used in a garage setting and so forth. So he sent me a little, I'm going to show you guys a picture here.
Yeah, hit the picture.
This is it.
Oh, that looks good.
Mm-hmm.
It looks good. And it is a Pittsburgh. This is from Harbor Freight.
For a second, I thought that was your garage. Got the Amber Whiskey Street Glide in there.
No kidding.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He got the same 2014 Street Glide Special Amber Whiskey. And so let's go back here. It's a Pittsburgh lift from Harbor Freight. I don't really, most of the time, I know people order stuff from Harbor Freight. Not the best reputation on a lot of stuff.
No,
It's
generally
cheap.
it's cheaper stuff. Yeah.
Right. And so if somebody's getting a lift from there, I at least wanted to get a review. I'm not saying don't buy stuff there. I'm just saying be really, really careful and choosy about what you buy. This is where he got this lift. And he says it's I'll put it in the show notes, guys, lawabidingbiker.com/ and whatever episode this number is, I'll make sure and link to it.
Do you say if it's pneumatic or hydraulic or how it works?
It is a foot pump.
Okay.
So hydraulic via the foot pump. He says he paid $319 for it, which is super, super cheap
That
for
is
a lift.
cheap.
I mean, super cheap. He says it's very stable at full height with his 2014 Street Glide. He also says you have to tie it down, or it has tie-down hooks. Right, tie-down hooks to keep big bore, top-heavy bikes from tipping, so you'll want to apparently tie it down when it's on this particular lift. It does have a front wheel clamp. It works great on the front holes. He hooked the straps on the crash bar mounts and tightened them down. 3 of his friends, I guess, are coming over to use it. So lots of Coors Lights, he says. Bike repairs. So I'll put this, but here I want to look at this picture, guys, a little bit more. Now I'm looking at this, and this is the problem with a lot of Harbor Freight stuff I've read is you get it for a really good price, but then you end up it's like missing bolts, or a lot of guys refab certain things. Like it's the basics are there, but you have to kind of refab some stuff. I'm really cautious when it comes to lifts, but there you go. A law-abiding biker in the community reporting back that if you're, I don't think this is something you would want to use every day in a shop, but for a solution for your garage and at home type repairs, not a bad deal. I see here, doesn't it look like, Matt or Popeye? It looks like it has a rear wheel dropout. He didn't mention that. If I ever get a lift, it's got to have a rear wheel dropout.
Kind of looks like something comes off there, don't it?
Right. And I think it does. And then I also want to lift with a center jack so that you can pop that back tire up and then you can drop it and you can take your rear wheel off and just drop it. Also, I'm not seeing on this particular lift is a front dropout, which a lot of lifts don't come with front dropouts, but certainly I would want one with a front dropout. It just got a front clamp because you can't drop your front tire. Make sense?
Oh yeah.
So it's red. It looks fairly solid and he likes it. So there you go. Cheap solution, guys. And I will have the model number. I'll actually tell you guys what the model number is. It's Pittsburgh lift from Harbor Freight, model number 68892, $319 plus tax, if you guys want to check that out. So there you go. I just wanted to throw that out there. Really what I want guys, people to start doing is giving us information on this kind of stuff. Because we don't have all that kind of stuff. And hey, if you get a good lift or you get a good piece of equipment, leave us an email, drop us an email, call us 509-731-3548. And you can hit our listener line, lawabidingbiker.com/voicemail if you want to leave a voicemail right from your computer, because that helps the entire community.
You got to slow down on that number.
509-731-3548.
Every time I hear it on the podcast, I'm like, yeah, what did he just say?
Go ahead, Popeye, say it. It's right there for you.
509-731-3548.
Attaboy.
Again, 509. I want to back up.
There you go.
Again, 509-731-3548.
There you go. All right, guys. Let's talk about this a little bit. Now, this is kind of a funny story. I don't know how much you guys looked at this. Seriously, why don't you go ahead with that, Popeye, if you feel comfortable going ahead with that.
I haven't read all of it yet, so I'm not comfortable with it.
You're not comfortable.
I'm more than welcome to opine after after reading it. But
Opine away, sir.
why don't you go ahead, Lurch? Go ahead. You probably know the backstory on this better than I do, don't you?
I read it about as much as you did, but there's a story out there on this particular. You want me to say the site that's on, or do you care?
No, don't.
Okay.
We don't need to. No.
One of the more popular online news
It's actually pulled
places.
from Craigslist is all it is. It's just copied from Craigslist.
A wife told her husband that he needed to sell his Harley Davidson, which is a Sportster. He has a picture of her sitting on the motorcycle. Instead of putting the bike up for sale, he put his wife and his bike up for sale.
Attaboy. So this guy in a Craigslist post published under motorcycles, scooters by owner, category of, I don't know what that is. What's Richmond vertical?
I don't know.
Whatever. White put his 2006 Harley Davidson XL1200L Sportster up for sale after his wife allegedly told him to choose between her and the hog.
I think that's a pretty easy decision. I'd be shopping for a new wife.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's what he did right here.
Worst case scenario.
I guess that's what he's saying, isn't he?
Yeah. Worst case scenario, whatever one sells first, you keep the other, I guess.
Yes.
I'd still just rather keep the bike, I think.
Oh yeah. I would think so.
She doesn't like the hog,
The hog.
apparently.
That's a problem.
Well, that's a problem.
That
She
is a
doesn't
problem.
like the hog. I
No.
mean,
Yeah.
Right. And so this guy did what we all would like to do. And he put her up, serious ad on Craigslist. Now there's some funny stuff
yeah,
there, man.
you got to read all the
Yeah.
stuff about the bike and about the wife.
Sportster 2006 XL1200L Sportster in excellent condition. The wife is a 1959 model year in excellent in excellent condition, considering, like I puts that.
Dude.
The Sportster only has 6,500 miles.
Well,
The
maybe he
wife-
should sell it if that's all he's riding it.
Yeah, the wife has high mileage.
Very nice. Very nice.
The Sportster is well maintained and it shows. You see the pictures. The wife, high maintenance, and it shows. See the pictures.
Dude, I love it. Oh,
That's
geez.
pretty good. What else we got here on the Sportster? Fresh oil change and filter. Didn't even need the oil change, though it says. The wife, oil never changed, but is checked regularly.
Dude.
Hey, can I check your oil, baby?
This guy's got an awesome sense of humor, man, to actually post this crap.
The Sportster has been gently ridden, never ridden in the rain, stored in climate-controlled garage. The wife,
You know what's coming here.
the wife rode hard, put away wet.
Very nice.
Yeah,
Very nice. So unfortunately, while the
okay. So you got to read that last one.
Unfortunately, while the Sportster is available for try before you, quote, try before you buy test rides, the wife is not, quote, don't even go there. White is the guy. White is the name of the guy.
Might not be satisfied with the ride or something and wouldn't sell. Maybe he knows.
Oh, there's other pictures down here, but I can't link to them.
Why?
I don't know.
It's a because it's a screenshot of the ad.
Correct. And they don't have a link to the actual ad. It's probably taken down anyways by now. But yeah, it's just a screenshot. So there you go. What do you think about that? You think the old lady liked that there, Lurch?
No, but she understands that I will not go without a motorcycle.
That's right. He should have thought about that before he married her, huh?
That's right. I had one when she met me. I'll have one when she leaves.
Mm.
Sorry. If she leaves.
Right. I'll go ahead and send her this. Yep. Now, Popeye, speaking of the old lady, didn't you guys go on a long ride down in North Bend here recently?
No, not North Bend. Bend,
Oregon.
Sorry,
Bend, Oregon.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Oh, yeah. She loved it. We went 1,012 miles is what we did in about 2.5 days. Rode down to Bend Brew Fest down, like I say, in Bend, Oregon. A few more hippies than I thought there would be.
Oh, there's a lot of hippies in Bend.
I did not realize.
Yeah, a lot of them.
Bend is really out in the middle of nowhere.
Remember when we were at Schutt's Brewery, all those granola eating hippies? Stinky hair.
There were a few too. Yeah, you go walking through and you got.
We've been riding all day and we're sweaty. We smell better.
Right. Well, oh yeah, there was a couple of those guys were standing there and I'm like, dude, you stink. Go take a shower. I've been on the bike all day and I smell better. Go get in the shower.
Your patchouli oil is not covering up your stench, son.
Exactly. But there were. I was pretty surprised. I mean, there were that for those who are maybe on the West Coast though. It was kind of a cool deal. We went down there. There's roughly 150 different brewers that are in there, and they just give you a little 4-ounce sample, and you got to buy the samples for each one. But it's pretty cool. You get to walk around in there. You go around these different tents. A lot of people there, but it was kind of a good spot to go, a destination ride if you want to call it that. It was good.
Where was it at? Downtown Bend or where?
Downtown Bend, yeah. Okay. Right by Deschutes Brewery, actually.
Excellent.
Right across the river, yeah. You got the Deschutes River, which is where the
you remember that when we went to the brewery and we meant to go to the restaurant and we had to turn around and went by that little river where everybody's floating on it?
Yep.
That's kind of cool. Everybody's just hanging out on
and then there's a pond there, Mirror Pond, for those who drink Mirror Pond out there, Mirror Pond beer. Mirror Pond is right there. But yeah, real nice place. Bend is one of those places that's really grown up real quick, so everything in the area is very new, very
clean.
Yeah, very clean. The only thing that sucks about Oregon, and from those from Oregon, you'll probably agree. Well, two things. One, you can't pump your own gas unless you have a motorcycle, and then they usually let you because they don't want to mess it up. And two, it is like the slowest speed limits in the Union. It is ridiculous.
Yes.
55. You're on a county road out in the middle of nowhere, and it'd be 70 miles an hour up here in Washington. 55.
Because you get federal money for it.
Apparently.
You do.
And
that's why Washington has speed limits below, unlike Montana, where it's really high. They don't get federal help because the feds say if you have it below a certain speed limit, we'll give you X amounts of dollars.
Because after they're riding their roadways, I know.
Yeah, right.
You're right. They don't get any federal money.
Right.
They got cracks that'll swallow a front tire.
Yeah, right. You do have to watch out for that.
Now you know. Now you know.
And if you didn't know, now you know.
Now you know.
But that was a good one. Yeah, Bend Brew Fest, if you're in the area. It was here a couple weeks ago, so middle part of August. Good little deal.
Did you guys take any photos or anything while you were down there?
Oh, just a couple.
Any video? Any video or just photos?
Not that you can watch.
Oh, well, you know what? Yeah. Well,
rode from Bend.
That kind of video.
Yeah. Rode from Bend up through Mount Adams National Park, and then went up to Mount St. Helens. And for those who don't know, in May of 1980, Mount St. Helens blew up, if you remember. So we went and rode that. I hadn't been there in probably 20 years, and it was the first time my wife had ever been.
Was that a little history for Chewy?
That was for Chewy.
Oh, geez. Oh, geez.
Yeah. I think it was May 18th, if I remember right, 1980.
Mm-hmm.
And
you got
it. Blew up. And yeah. Anyway, went and rode that. Real good ride up in there, and then rode Highway 410 Chinook Pass, which goes through Mount Rainier National Park, coming on the way back. It was an awesome ride. Really good.
Great. Now, what kind of camera? You guys got like a nice 35 millimeter? You just got to point and shoot? I still want to see the video.
My phone. My phone.
Oh, geez, dude.
And-
You need to get
Android.
yourself. You need to get yourself a camera. And let me tell you,
Droid. No, it's not a droid, but 8 megapixel.
8
Yeah, I don't have a nice
megapixel.
one.
All right. Well,
Like
I'm telling
Sarge, how he packs his around all the time, got around his neck. Yeah, he's
you. Right.
jeez.
Well, you know what?
I said, what is that? A Polaroid?
Yeah, exactly. Got to shake it, take your picture, pull it out, shake it.
Probably is.
State of the art.
Well, I tell you, you need to get yourself a better camera, bro. I would send you to B&H Photo.
Oh, smooth.
Great
Would
frickin'
smooth.
prices.
Yeah.
Great frickin' prices.
they?
I'm just telling you, bro. Video sounds like you shot a video while you're down there. Got a camera, bro, or you need to get a better camera. B&H guys, they are an affiliate of ours. They got photography, video, computers, audio, TV, and more. So much more. Most time, better prices than Amazon Fast shipping too.
They're friends of ours.
They are. If you guys want to help us out, lawabidingbiker.com/B&H. No additional cost to you. We do get a small commission if you choose to purchase something there. That's where I get all my lab equipment.
A little kickback.
That's right. All right. So let's talk about a voicemail here from one of our loyal listeners. You guys know this particular gentleman.
Old beans.
Larry Beans Baxter.
Have been in contact with him recently via email, but he was nice enough. Now we went and talked about, you guys remember what episode that was that we talked about lane splitting? We did that whole episode on lane splitting. Anybody remember?
Ooh, I do not. It's probably been 6-7 episodes.
That's
ago,
funny because
probably.
if you turn to your right and look at the notes, it'd tell you.
Oh, would it?
Pretty sure it was episode 41.
Yeah, it was episode 41.
See, he's not used to this yet. This is the first time Popeye has been in the studio since I got all the notes up on the big, huge flat screen right in his face.
Yeah, well, you asked me, and then
I
you
know.
put it up.
I know, but
after.
see, that's how we make things
set you-
smooth.
He set you up for failure.
I know he did.
I did. And so yeah, there you go. Episode 41, guys, if you want to head back to that, everything about lane splitting. Now, I will tell you, this is a story that I want to tell you quickly before we listen to Larry's voicemail. So we do that episode. That episode is hugely downloaded. Very popular episode. Some episodes, they're all downloaded a ton, but some more than others because they get passed around. People want to hear about it. So I did this, we did this episode, and in that episode, I used an image of a yellow sign and a motorcycle, and it has some kind of sign lane splitting thing. Okay. So I could tell that's what it was for. So I posted up there. There's another site from California, and that's all they are, is just a website. It's a lane splitting website. And these guys are all hot to trot on lane splitting. I get it. They're promoting it, trying to push it. And so I'm going to give these guys props, right? And I'm going to do a follow-up episode and give these guys props because I had actually been in contact with them and said, hey, I was even thinking about getting one of them because they push legislation and stuff for it. I was actually going to get one of them and say, hey, come on the podcast. I just hadn't contacted him yet. So I threw that up there, not knowing whose image it was, right? Okay. My fault probably, but I didn't really think about it. And they emailed me, dude.
You get a cease and desist for using their
image. If he would have did that, I'd have left it up.
Copyright infringement.
Yeah. They good luck with that. But yeah, no, it wasn't like that. But he sent me an email and was like, hey, this is before I could do anything, dude. I didn't even think about it. And he's like, hey, at least give our site credit if you're going to use that image. And I sent him an email back. I said, actually, I was going to have you on the podcast. I said, don't worry, it'll be removed immediately. I removed it and haven't talked to him since. So
did you just find it doing a Google image search for lane splitting or something? Or
I don't remember what I Google searched. I think I just doing road signs and I came up with, it was like a motorcycle with kind of this line and it looked like it was splitting. I didn't really know. After he did that is when I found out, exactly. I knew that site existed.
I wonder if he was a listener.
Apparently.
Obviously he saw it.
But here's the deal.
One less download.
Oh, well.
Great.
Well, here's my deal. Dude, I was like, you might not want to burn a platform that you could have been on. They're all about promoting it. They're all about legislation and getting their word out there, dude. And he just burned himself on, this was a long time ago, but burned himself, dude, on getting his message. I was going to get his message out there for him. I was going to give him the free platform and everything. And so whatever. It was actually not a big deal. I just said, oh, he was kind of rude in the email. I said, oh, well, guess I won't have you on the podcast now. I never even asked him. So, but I just thought that was kind of a funny little story that you might want to hear.
What a jerk.
Yeah. That's what I thought. I don't even know who he is, dude. I still don't even know his name. But they got this site. They think they're the officials of lane splitting. It's just it's kind of a interesting little site. Anyways, let's listen to this voicemail. So that's lane splitting. Larry left us a voicemail right after our California trip. What do you have to say, Larry?
Hey guys, it's Larry Baxter from Alaska. I had a little question for you. Maybe you guys could address. I really enjoyed your stories about your trip down to California, and I was wondering while you guys were down there, did you participate in any lane splitting? Did you guys try that? Or I know you guys talked about it a little bit on the show, but just kind of curious if you did it on your trip, and or if you saw any down there and what you thought about it. Thanks.
Thanks, Larry, for sending that message. Why don't you go with that, Lurch?
Hold on.
Oh, geez.
I've got some
Just yelled in the mic right out of the blue.
I've got some clarification to make.
Okay.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Popeye needs to defend himself.
Yeah,
apparently he did not put his bike on the side.
No, I did not. A few episodes ago when we were talking about this California trip, somebody said I put my bike down on my side, making a U-turn. I know what you jackwagons are already going to say, but yeah,
I didn't see it.
My bike never touched the ground. Never touched the ground. I was close. I'll give it that. And I strained, some muscles in the back. But hey, if I didn't have superhuman strength, it probably would have hit the ground.
You had your spinach that morning, so you were strong.
I ate my spinach and kept it up.
Okay. I will accept that. I was just merely stating from my vantage point, it appeared that you were on the crash bar.
It was close. It had to have been close.
Did it fold up your highway peg?
No, I never touched. I'm good. I'm
good. Then you had lots of
I fold up my highway peg just riding sometimes. So if you look at my highway pegs, those themselves have scratches from riding, taking corners.
It'll happen.
Yep. Anyway, so here we are. Lurch, go ahead. Back to lane splitting.
Lane splitting.
Hang on.
Never let the truth get in the way of a good story, though, you jackwagons.
That's right.
Hey.
It's not what you know, it's what you can prove.
That's right. And at the time, I thought I was speaking the truth. I will retract my statement.
Don't retract nothing. LD would not want you to retract that.
LD don't know what he's talking about.
He crashed. Burned.
No, that's not what that's what we're telling people.
Laid it on the side. It's ugly. Horrible. Embarrassing. One might say.
I'm lucky to have lived.
Right.
Yeah. I tell you, a big fiery crash. I'm lucky to have walked away from it.
That would have been awesome in the middle of San Francisco, though, dude. That would have been awesome.
For those who have listened to it, the unmarked cop car, it definitely, I did not expect that. I was a little bit surprised when all of a sudden out of middle of nowhere, there he was. But yeah.
Oh, I saw him.
Yeah.
I didn't see him or that guy. You guys told me the story. I'm like, was I even in the same?
Yeah, you were right beside me.
Didn't see
We were
nothing.
in the back of the group laughing. What a gaggle that was.
I was probably making notes.
Yeah.
I
was just trying to move the
Popeye
group.
and LD up there yelling at each other.
Oh, yeah. That does happen on occasion.
Like a couple schoolgirls.
Right.
It's horrible.
Yeah. All I was trying to do is move us through traffic.
I appreciate your effort, sir.
You moved us back and forth a lot in traffic.
Yeah, we saw a lot of San Francisco that day.
Yes.
I was not leading.
And we saw.
I do not have GPS. I beg to differ.
And we saw the same roads over and over. Kids, Big Bend Parliament. Remember that? From Lampoons, I kept going around. That's what I felt like, dude. Just keep going around in circles, man. So we, since we're on that little subject there, this.
Oh, sidetrack. Lane splitting can wait.
Yeah.
That's how we go. Sorry, Larry. We're going to get to it, but you're going to have to wait for the answer. Because we haven't had any in the studio since the California
adventure
debacle. And do you have anything to add besides trying to cover yourself on that little deal? Do you have anything else that was said that needs to be corrected?
Any wrongs that need to be righted?
I will tell you.
Corrected?
You guys are going somewhere with this and I haven't figured it out yet.
Why is he so nervous?
I don't know.
We're really not going anywhere. I was seriously asking. Now, I didn't tell a little story. We're going to do that and then we'll get back to the voicemail. But I will tell you one story we didn't get to. And I called myself out. Thank you.
Oh, yeah.
Because nobody knew except you.
Speaking of the engine guard.
So I don't remember where we were, but it was on the way back.
We were coming. We were leaving the coast somewhere and cutting through. Was it?
No. Oh, it was on the way to Redneck's house.
Oh, yeah.
Was it on the way up there?
Yeah, it was that really windy.
Oakdale?
Yes.
There was no windy roads.
No, there's no windy. It was mostly flat
No,
farmland.
it was between the coast and San Fran.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Probably was really tired
Yes.
because we aren't getting enough sleep like usual.
No.
Whose fault is that?
Not ours. No. If it was up to us, we'd sleep in a little bit longer.
You jackwagon should go to bed
You
earlier.
freaks get up to way too early.
He called you a freak.
I go to bed.
We literally
late.
got on the road
No.
once at 7.
You can sleep when you're
That's
dead. You can sleep when you're
ridiculous.
dead. Sleep when you're dead.
Oh, go, Matt. We got him right here cornered. It is ridiculous.
Listen, I learned after the last year's trip, I can't stay up till 2 in the morning having a good time.
Then you need
because
to
I
go
had
to
to
bed.
get up at 7.
Then you need to go to bed earlier.
I've started doing that.
Yeah.
That's lame, by the
No.
way. Weak sauce.
You're lame. See, you just turned 40. Lame-o.
Oh, whatever. Whatever. We're going to have a VP challenge. Next time it's going to be him.
That's right.
We have a P challenge?
It is ridiculous.
Hey, whoa. Hold on. Sarge, who is much older and elderly than you, had no problem staying up as late as everybody else, and he was usually the first one up.
I'm on vacation, dude.
Thank you.
Well, what you're just complaining about, then you make no sense. Your argument is invalid.
In your own twisted mind.
Invalid.
Whatever.
Oh,
What color is the sky in
You
your
want
world?
to roll into town at 10 o'clock at night every night. That's on you. I'm
good with that.
something. I want to see something in the daylight.
Yeah, I want to see Eureka. Who gives a crap about Eureka?
Well,
Right.
All right. I'll give you that one.
True that.
I
Now,
give you that.
what we're talking about, to give a little insight to the audience, is getting these guys like to get up really
At a
early.
reasonable time.
And
Reasonable. No, hold on here. We never left before 8 o'clock.
Oh, no, yes, we did.
No, we did
Oh,
not.
yes, we did.
No.
What time do we leave Eureka?
8 or 9 was the earliest
No
times we left. Yes,
freaking
sir.
way.
Yep.
We left Eureka at 7:30 because everybody wanted to get to San Fran at a decent time.
Okay, so even if I'll give you a half an hour. Even at 7:30,
Yes.
I'd like to know if the listening audience thinks 7:30 is early.
Yes.
It is early to a guy that works graveyards.
I work graveyards.
Then what's your problem?
It's early to me no matter what.
Jeez, Farmer John, what are you getting up so damn early for? The
Well,
fun
you
happens
got-
at night.
Yeah.
And then he just hauls to the next destination anyways. You don't see nothing anyways.
Oh,
I know.
here we
Don't
go.
stop for nothing.
Here we go.
Don't want to see anything. No pictures.
No, that's why it's best if you just have a girl in the back, and as you go, she just takes pictures as you ride through this
True,
stuff. You can
true.
see it later. No reason to stop. Just
What-
keep going.
What was because me and Lurch are like now I'm
By the way, we've double sidetracked.
Yeah,
yes, that's okay.
Okay.
We're good at that. We're good at
that
that.
happens.
We don't have to follow notes.
No, but I'm back to the original sidetrack when you're ready.
Oh, right. Okay. So that's a big topic of discussion is how early we get up because me and Lurch.
We don't get up early.
That's why me and Lurch room
Whatever.
together. That's in the eye of the beholder.
I would say leaving
how-
leaving at 6. Leaving at 6 would be early.
No, whatever. How glorious was that last night? We slept in.
Oh,
Everybody
those-
was gone.
those guys all got up to rush home
Yep.
at 4 a.m. I don't know what time it was.
I think
We
I think we left at 8.
We got to rush home.
We didn't even get up till 9.
I'm like, I don't want to get home. I'm still on vacation. I'll get home.
We meandered over and
I'll
had a
get
beautiful
home.
breakfast.
Yeah.
Took
Yeah.
our sweet time getting home.
I don't like schedules on my vacation.
Sloths.
I got schedules.
Sloths.
I got schedule every day of my life. So that is a triple sidetrack. But anyways, we'll talk more about that if we have time.
Lane splitting.
I'm not done with
Well,
you, Popeye.
no. The original
Oh,
side.
you got
We're
more
gonna go
for
back
me?
to the original sidetrack, which
Uh-huh.
was the other person that almost put his down on his engine guard.
Oh yeah,
Ooh,
there
good
we go.
point.
Yeah, here we are. Oh, you really sidetracked us. That's
I
good.
did.
Ooh, good job.
I did.
Let's avoid that little
I
topic
almost-
he's thinking.
Almost got out of it. Now,
You tried to button hook me, but you didn't button hook me.
You button hooked me.
I haven't heard that one in a while, but
You got that on the mixer, don't you?
I'm pretty sure I do somewhere. I've switched stuff around, so I don't even see it
It's on
there.
the soundboard somewhere. Did you move it?
Oh, I got it. Yeah. I'll wait for it.
Okay.
Now, so we were coming back, as we stated, and we're super tired because of being rushed
Up late,
and scheduled. Anyways,
up early.
not moving on.
Amateurs.
And so we get to this where we had to stop for road construction.
Yes.
It was hot.
Oh,
It was like riding in a blow dryer.
yeah.
It was hotter than 2 rats humping in a wool sock.
And I tend to get really tired on my motorcycle when it's warm out like that. And it often happens I have to stop and slap myself. But I was in that zone thinking of nothing.
Yes.
that, you know what I'm talking
Love
about.
that state.
Mm-hmm.
Just
Zen.
zen.
Corner.
Yeah, right. Yeah. And so, yeah, right. That happens too. And so in my state of zen, we pull up, me and Lurch are bringing up the rear at this point, and we stop for the construction. I did not put my kickstand down. I was in such zen.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
But yet, in my mind, it was down.
you guys didn't talk about this on a previous.
No, we didn't have time.
It was just
We
so
skipped.
much to talk about. We went
Okay.
long on that episode too.
Yeah. Yeah. It was
I
our-
saw him coming and reached out, and all I could do was put a hand on his front fairing.
We were
slow
too
him down-
abreast.
Yeah.
Slow him down a little bit.
Yeah. Let me go ahead and just
Keep him
hop
off
off this bike here.
keep him
Don't
off of my bike.
Yeah. Just gonna hop off. Don't worry about that kickstand. Just put it right on the engine guard.
And of course, there was people right behind us.
Yeah.
But you know what? I was so tired and in such zen. That's what the crash bars are for, you know? So I just put it over and I realized it wasn't going to stop and just went over on the engine guards, looked at Lurch. What happened? Didn't put my kickstand down. Nothing more to it than that.
They probably don't even really need kickstands.
They don't with that.
Yeah.
And I just looked behind me at the people. They're looking at me like it's some big deal, you know, because people are like, oh, it's a motor, you know. I just picked it back up, put the kickstand down. But yeah, that's the second time I've done that in my life since owning a motorcycle. Once in my garage, but that was a sports bike when I was in high school.
Mm.
And it doesn't have an engine guard and it went
no.
all the way down on me.
I
Yeah.
don't think
Went
I've
all
ever.
the way on my leg.
Not quite as easy.
No.
I don't think I've ever done it.
Well, it's coming.
No, I haven't either.
I'm not saying it won't
I'm
happen.
gonna knock on
but
wood here.
Right.
I
Knock
I
on
have
wood.
taken off and drugged my my
That
kickstand
happens.
before. Oh, ooh.
Ooh, yeah. I've done that once
Yeah.
or twice. Never tried to take a hard left. That would be bad to the kickstand down.
Yeah, they're meant to fold up.
Yeah, probably.
There's
So
a
there
reason
you
they
go.
go the way they go.
Yeah, true.
Now, nobody knew that happened except me and you, but I still put it on the notes. And that night, I told everybody what happened, called myself out, and called myself out on this podcast.
What do you want, a brownie badge?
No, because LD's all worried.
Oh,
You're going to cover that up. I said, why would I cover it up when I already freaking told you? You wouldn't even know. And you dork. He's like, you're going to try to cover it up and you're not going to tell everybody. I'm like, dude, do you not understand? I'm telling you right now. That night at dinner, I go, but see, if I wanted to hide it, I wouldn't be telling you. He's all concerned you're going to hide it. So there you go, LD. Take that. So let's answer Larry's voicemail.
Yeah.
oh, back to lane splitting.
Oh, Lane,
Yes.
is that what we were talking
That's
about?
highly dangerous and scary.
So we were in some very thick traffic, quite a bit in the Cali
And
area.
hot.
Between
Hot.
San Fran and Oakdale.
Yeah.
Mhm. And we did have opportunities to lane split. We were in a group at that point of 8. Is that fair? 6, 8?
8.
Because we dropped some people off.
Would have been tough to lane split, I think, with 8 people.
Well, there you go. Let's talk about it, why we didn't.
California.
Now,
Yeah.
Lurch, you going to talk about?
Yeah, we did not lane split because we had a big group and we had it would have been difficult to stay together. As a group, we obviously try to stay together and stay within a certain area. And with lane splitting, we might get split up. But I think we had maybe 4 bikes that did go by us lane
Yeah,
splitting.
we had a few. Yep.
4,
Mm-hmm.
and
But they not a group of 4.
not a group of 4. There
Were 2 that went that were together.
2 together, and then 2 others by themselves. They did lane split,
Mm-hmm.
and no baggers that I believe.
Now,
I think there was one bagger.
Was there one?
I think there was
It'd
one
be
bagger.
a little tight with a bagger. There's
Bagger's
no doubt
gonna
about
be
it.
a hair tight. In fact, when we were on a bridge just out of San Francisco ways, and we're sitting in traffic, and we're kind of going up this bridge, this guy pulls up next to me because me and LD are up in the front there,
Uh-huh.
and this guy pulls up, and he obviously saw we have our cuts on, says Washington plates, and he goes, hey, you guys know you can lane split in California, and I said, yeah, I go, pretty tough with a group though, and a bagger. If it was only a couple of you, not a problem. I'd a lane split all day long. But when you've got a group of 8 and, you're going to have some cars pulling over, you're intermixing. And even if it was 8 of you and you knew where you were going, okay, we'll all meet up when we're going there, or when we get there. But the problem is we're in California and I don't, I could pull out my phone if I had the address, but I didn't know where I was going. Nobody else knew where they were going. We've only got 1 or 2 guys who actually know where we're going. So if you get split up, you're in all kinds of trouble.
Yeah.
And that's the major problem for us for not doing it. If you're in a group, pretty tough. But if there's, 2, 3, 4 of you, maybe even, and especially if you know where you're going, yeah, all day long.
I concur.
especially by yourself.
By
Oh,
yourself all day long.
Oh, by yourself would be easy, yeah.
Would you do it, Lurch?
Yeah.
Now, when we
No, he wouldn't. He's chicken.
When it was slow, if it was almost stopped, I'd do it.
he called you chicken,
If it was almost stopped,
You know, if it stopped traffic, I'd do it. I'd
call
go
him
stop
chicken
traffic.
again.
chicken.
Whatever.
So if it's
It's not chicken. It's safety source.
yeah. Yeah. So if you're 30 miles an hour, you wouldn't do it.
No,
No. Highly dangerous.
that's highly dangerous.
You know,
Because when the ones we're talking about, lane splitters were when it was like the traffic was stopped.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it was okay.
Stopped or crawling.
we had some guys even pass because I think the speed limit was probably 60 or 70. And we had guys
Right.
passing us, even we're doing 50 or so. We had guys, who went through. The only like I said, we saw 2 to 4 bikes.
Oh,
But
that's right.
we did have some that went by us at we're doing about 50 at least.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
I forgot because I was thinking it was only when I do remember.
And the other thing down there is you got to look at is, I don't know about your guys' state, but over here is that a lot of places, the lanes are much more narrow. Not a lot of room. Down there, the lanes are wider and there's actually more room to be able to lane split.
Yeah, the west side of Washington, the lanes are very narrow.
Oh, I-5
There's no way.
sucks. Yeah,
Or you
I-5
couldn't split.
yeah,
You
no.
couldn't do it.
Whoever designed I-5 back in the 40s or whenever they built it, of
Ask
course, in
Chewy
the
when
40s, everything was
Chewy
different.
says
They
it was
made-
1850.
They made the lane. They made the lanes narrow so they can get more there.
Not a history buff. He's not either. You guys.
Oh, I'm not either. I mean,
nothing about nothing.
No, but we freely admit it. And
I don't have time to worry about the past, man. I'm looking toward the future.
like I don't waste my brain with that. I think of
You don't waste your brain with that July 4,
right
1776 stuff.
because it does
Yeah.
serves me no
No.
purpose right now.
No.
You know?
What anybody want to know about that?
Yeah. No, why?
Ain't nobody got time for that.
That's what I told Popeye on our trip. I said, I'm not even going to try. Now, that may be Chewy's downfall as he tries to pretend like he knows it. I just tell you I don't know it. And then I asked Popeye a couple questions about current stuff, like RSS feeds and things like that. Not a clue.
Yeah.
So
Not a big deal.
I told him, I said, which one is better for making money? Yeah.
Depends what you do.
Yeah. Well, I'm not a history teacher.
Yeah.
I think it is cool though. But I definitely don't do any history trivia, but I'll do current trivia about depending. Everybody's got their.
I'm with you.
But Chewy kind of sets himself up because he tries to answer you. I'm just
I
telling you.
told him to quit
I don't
playing their
frickin'
game.
know. Right.
Your problem was you played their game.
But he can't
Just
help it.
go, I don't know. I'm done with this crap and move on. Instead of keeping going guessing. Why would you keep guessing? Just go, dude, I'm really not good at history. My history teacher was a joke. I didn't pay attention. I don't know what
Let's
to tell
not
you.
blame it on the history teacher.
Well, mine was. He was too busy checking out the chicks in class.
Pretty much because I was drinking every night.
Yeah.
That's probably why.
But just be honest. I mean, instead of trying to play the game.
Right. I'll do other trivia,
Yeah.
but not history trivia. I can do lots of other trivia. Now, apparently,
Lane splitting,
Chewy
by the way.
called you out, and he says you guys are full of crap about Paul Bunyan. That he was just joking.
BS.
Oh yeah.
Did you hear
right.
that?
Oh, I did. I
Yeah.
listened to that episode.
Oh, he's
yeah.
adamant that
the
you
giant,
guys.
the giant in the bowl. He
Right.
was dead serious.
Hey, did you guys see that giant in the bull?
Oh no, he says you guys should
I knew
know
what
he
it was. You
Yeah.
don't know. You just don't know me.
Yeah, he had
You don't know my sense of humor.
He had no idea. He had no idea who Paul Bunyan was.
And that's okay, but own it.
Yeah, just own
Just
it.
own it.
Just say, yeah, I don't
Just
know.
own it.
Yeah. Yeah, no clue.
We love you, Chewy. And he's going to be back in the studio. In fact, he wanted to be called. He wanted to be called when you and Rob were in the studio together, so he had a fighting chance. Even if he couldn't make it,
he
he goes,
wanted to call in.
he goes,
huh?
I want to be on Skype because those two are just going to lie about me and they're going to make stuff up and all kinds
Well,
of.
here's what we
noise.
could do. We'll pull him on Skype and I'll ask him all kinds of trivia. Just pull it out of my ass.
Yeah.
And we'll ask him all kinds of trivia questions and see what he comes up with.
Yeah, dude.
That'd be good.
He can't hang with that. So lane splitting, I definitely, me personally would do it. I'm not the kind of guy that's going to do it at 80 or 50. However, when traffic is stop and go and it's backed up, I think it's completely legit, Larry. And had I been by myself or with simply one other rider where it was, something that could be done and you could stay together, I wanted to bad, but there's no way I would have broke up our group to do that.
It would have been safe to do it in the traffic we're in because it was bumper to bumper, stop and
Right.
go.
See,
People couldn't change lanes. But if there's an opportunity for people to change lanes, they already don't see a bike as it is. If you're riding down that skip lane, they're going to turn into you.
See, I
just think
disagree
the
with you
chances
guys.
Way too hard.
I disagree. Is that I would much rather do it at like 40 miles an hour or 50 miles an hour.
and
be
I'd
going-
love to hear this logic.
No, and only be going. in California, they
by.
said it's legal to do
Yes.
it 15 miles an hour faster than what the speed limit is going. But if I'm riding through stopped traffic, because the problem is that you've got people who are going to be, kind of merged over towards the center, and if you clip
Hey,
like
Popeye,
a mirror or something,
Look at me.
I can see you can ride a bike no handlebars. But if people are moving, generally you can kind of swerve from side to side and weave a little bit across that center line. To me, you get somebody, you're trying to come up through them and they're stopped, it's going to be tougher.
I totally disagree.
You're an idiot.
Are you serious, Popeye? I'm just saying, dude. Are you serious?
I'd much rather do it stop and go and nobody's moving anywhere. They're just
Not
looking
me.
at the car in front of them.
Nope.
They're not good. They can't move. You literally cannot switch lanes and stop and go traffic. Then I'd feel a lot safer doing it. I think it's hairy no matter what.
Hey, Popeye, you just got the big on that one.
Can you say, dude? I'm going to call you a big hairy something. But
I don't even know how you. Oh, that's
you
awesome.
said it's hairy. Yeah, you're a big hairy.
That's why I like
I'm not
having.
sure if I can say that on the podcast.
You can go ahead.
Big hairy pussy. I can say?
Yeah, you can say that.
Oh, okay.
Like a pussycat, right?
Like pussycat. Yeah. Meow.
We're golden. That's why I like having everybody in the studio because we all got different opinions and we ain't afraid to voice them, even though that has zero logic in it.
No.
Hey, it made sense to him. That's all that matters.
Yeah.
Right. So anything else on, you know what I didn't get is, I don't get it still because I thought it was part of lane splitting. I didn't really look it up because I knew as a group we weren't going to be doing it. You can't lane split. You can't use the shoulder to
Why
lane.
would you want to? There's more garbage going to pop your tires over there.
Well, as long as you're looking, but sometimes there's not room in between the cars. If it's for the purposes stated, like a lot of them argue, to keep from backing up traffic,
Right.
to avoid being rear-ended, to keep your motorcycle engine cool, then why not the huge wide shoulder? You have to do it safely and at a speed that's safe.
I think there's too much junk on that shoulder.
Other than that, which is very true. That's usually where the nails and crap are.
It's
Yeah.
true.
But the shoulders are not there. It's not. Shoulders are technically not part of the roadway.
Well, they are for me.
Well, the roadway is fog line to fog line.
I'm teasing.
The shoulder's there for emergency, and I think the
Pay
problem
taxes
was-
on the whole damn thing that's paved. I'm going to use all of it.
Thank you.
That's right. You got somebody disabled or broke down, and then you're coming up on the bike. I think the chances of a collision are higher.
Well, why
Okay.
don't you look ahead and see where that car is broke down?
I'm just saying.
Oh.
I'm just saying. I'm trying to think about the people
That's-
making the law and why they would have said don't drive on the shoulder.
People making the laws are generally idiots.
Well, I'm not going to
Admin.
necessarily disagree with you.
Admin.
Hey, listen, I worked Seattle, man. I never had so many flat tires in my life because we rode the shoulders a lot getting
Right.
around traffic.
Oh, I thought you said you disagree with me that the people making laws are idiots.
Oh no, I totally agree with that.
Roger that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. Let's, yeah, so there you go. I guess you can't do the shoulders.
It's not part of the roadway.
Right.
No.
But
It's not part of the lane splitting thing. However, there's not even a law on it. There still isn't. You know that? California doesn't have a law on it. They just allow it.
oh.
Yeah. See, a lot of people don't know that.
Oh, lane splitting.
Not a law.
God, I thought you guys said
Nope.
that there was actually something. Wasn't
California.
Greg Gaxiola talking about that they had passed a law not
No.
too long ago?
What happened is
I'm gonna have to Google this.
Yeah, I thought that he said they'd passed a law.
California, what they did, because I've been staying up on it, of course,
Of course.
is, let me type it in here. California
Knows how to party.
lane splitting.
Lane
What happened
splitting
is-
law. You
it-
said lane splitting law.
is what happened is CHP came out recently. Jeez, I'm
Law-y.
fat-fingered. So CHP came out recently. Let me update you guys on this
Uh-huh.
and the listening audience. What happened is CHP came out and they made a video and publicly said, you know what? It can be helpful. Lane splitting can be helpful. We're going to go ahead and put out some best practice videos if you're going to lane split. So they were basically saying, we think, you know, we're going to say it's, we're going to promote it basically, but we're going to say, we're going to make some safety videos and whatnot of it. Well, apparently some people got mad, and I don't know how much pull they had, but I don't know if it was the legislature, but they said you can't promote lane splitting as a state law enforcement agency. You can't come out with best practice videos and things like that. So since then, about a month ago, CHP all of a sudden gone from YouTube. All their videos gone, all their best practices, all that completely gone. So now, without saying a lot, so they came out with some stuff and then they had to back off. So are you guys seeing something you want me to click on?
Yeah, the second and third one down there on, it looks like that they're talking about.
Which one right here, buddy?
Yeah, that one.
Okay.
Looked like it was talking about something, saying that there was
Not one of them's referring to any particular laws, though.
And what we're doing here is we're looking at Google, and we'd pulled up a few.
Oops, sorry, I'm kind of jumpy there. So there you go. While I'm talking, if you guys see something, let me know. I'll scroll down a little bit.
Hey, Popeye, did you get your bill for going over the gate yet?
No,
Really?
no, just you.
Nope, I got it too.
Did you?
Everybody got one.
I got him before
Everybody
LD
else got
it.
one? Oh, I don't
It's
know.
coming.
Yeah,
Have you
you-
checked your mail? Because it doesn't look, that's what my wife said. She goes, I almost threw it away. It doesn't look like a official California. It's like junk mail, dude. And
the
she
dude-
opened it.
The due date was August 18th. Otherwise, it went up to like $37. You
I have
better
to ask
look.
the wife, see if maybe she sent away on it.
Popeye's got a warrant for his arrest in California.
Yeah,
Maybe she already paid it and you just don't know.
you could have. I don't open the mail.
$7.
It's not my job.
So what we're talking about is when we went across the Golden Gate Bridge down there, it was different from the last time I visited down there because you had to stop and pay.
California is the only state in the country where lane splitting is legal.
That's what I'm saying. That's not a law, though. They just don't enforce it. So
Well,
it is
it'd be
legal.
legal.
I know. This is the controversy. This is what I'm talking about. This is the controversy. And that's why CHP got called out on it, because they're promoting something that isn't in a law. Could you imagine how that would be if, let's just say Washington State here and the state law enforcement agency came out and promoted with videos and best practice on something that the legislature hadn't even made a law. You get the conflict? You get the conflict there, Lurch?
Oh, yeah.
So that's what happened. Yeah, he's like, what?
I'm reading.
Yeah.
That's good information.
Good.
That's ridiculous.
Good information.
Panty dropping's good information.
Some guy from Oakdale.
Yeah. Pretty
So
crazy place.
now I'm not going to swear
You ever get down there, go to the Battered Beaver.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
Say
Yeah.
hello to the bartender. She's a nice young lady.
Mm-hmm.
Likes to work out.
So I'm not, let's see. Let's
What was
go
her name?
to,
Katie.
Was it?
Yep.
Yep. I was right there on the end of the bar and right next to like the refrigerator where all the beer was.
You bastard.
So everybody's in there ordering beer. So she'd come down. She's wearing those little shorts.
Yeah.
Every time she have to come down and bend over right in front of me to get the beer out.
oh, that's
Oh,
ridiculous.
I hate that type of stuff. Really pissed me off.
Sounds like it, dude.
It's just disgusting.
Yeah.
Sound like you're really, really upset about that.
Mhm. I was.
And see, I'm looking at our last blog and our last podcast episode, but yeah, I don't think there's an actual written law.
Interesting.
But anyways,
It's just an accepted practice.
correct.
Okay.
And that's when CHP started promoting it. And I think
Interesting.
some people got butthurt because they're like, you can't promote something that's not a law.
Well, it makes sense.
But they were trying to say, hey, we don't enforce it, so let's make it safe. At least I
Right.
think they did the right thing, but they got called on it. So
Yeah, I think they're hanging out a little bit.
Is there actually laws in Washington that actually say you cannot do it?
yeah, it would fall under the lane travel laws
Yeah.
and lane changes. It would
okay.
fall under that.
It'd be under lane travel.
But there's nothing specific.
Hmm.
All right. So there you go. Anything else you guys want to, do you want to look at any other articles or you want to just,
Nope, moving on.
No,
all right.
I'm done with that.
why don't you, here you go. Why don't you, talk about, we got some iTunes reviews recently and, pretty stoked. Thank you guys for reviewing us. We'll just go over just a couple of our reviews. Popeye, you want to hit that first one up?
First one from the 5th of August there.
Mm-hmm.
Just says it's a great podcast, gives us 5 stars, lots of great content, no BS information.
That was from username MRT1954. Go ahead, Lurch.
July 7th, 2014. Username EMP01. He gave us 5 stars. Said good chemistry between the hosts with a nice change of topics. Great job, guys.
Popeye.
August 5th, 2014, username MySpreeCanPassU.
That's funny.
If we were in traffic, maybe so, if we couldn't fit. Rating 5 stars. Says this podcast typically has an ensemble cast working under Ryan the Prez. His skillful guidance keeps his co-host on track, eliciting clever comments and intelligent conversation on a wide variety of subjects. Ryan's copious show notes add another dimension to the audio content. His co-hosts include Cuz, LD, Lurch, Popeye, Oscar, and a few others. The Hi-Tech Redneck and coagulates it all into a great podcast. Carry on, lads.
Coagulates.
That's right. Thank you very much. Why don't you hit that donations? Couple donations up. We want to thank you guys. Go ahead, Lurch.
Some donations. We got one from Dennis Moran of Brown Hills, New Jersey. Thank you, Dennis.
And from LeVar Mathena of San Antonio, Texas. We appreciate it.
And if you guys want to donate and help us out in this free content coming your way, lawabidingbiker.com/donate. We really appreciate that, guys. Oh, let's see. We're doing good, and we'll wrap it up here in a minute. But we do have a web comment. Let's see what we got going on here. Why don't you you want to hit this up? Why don't you read it there? This is an actual web comment before Popeye reads it here. It's reference lawabidingbiker.com/2014 Street Glide Special, and this is a overview of my Street Glide Special. Very, very popular video. So why don't you read that little web comment there, Popeye, please?
Says, hey, Ryan, love your webcast and your podcast. I just read your review of the 2014 SGS. Street Glide Special is what that stands for. I just bought a 2014 Ultra Limited, and I was bummed out about the lack of being able to use windshield bags as well. But then I looked into...
Sorry about that.
Quit scrolling on me. But then I looked in my new 2014 parts catalog, and they have a 3-pouch windshield bag for the 2014 touring bikes. The middle pouch is elevated, so the vent isn't blocked. Anyway, keep up the podcast and videos coming. Ride safe, brothers.
There you go, guys. And what we're talking about there, he brought up a good point because I didn't know they made it. Now you guys know.
Yeah, I wouldn't have thought about it.
Right.
Makes sense, though, with that it covers the vent.
Yeah.
Correct.
Okay.
So I had to sell my other one from my 2011. I eBayed it.
How much you get for it?
I don't remember.
Dude, you could have.
$100 new is what they are.
I didn't know you needed one.
Well, do I have one?
I don't know. Apparently not. That was a long time ago when I sold, or a year ago.
Brother.
Yeah, I know, dude. Should have told me.
I screwed you over there.
So they do make one. And
No lube.
We're talking about the vents for the head buffering in the new one. And so there's a vent in the middle of that dash on your touring models. And there's a 3-pocket, there's a pouch now they make. And it actually, I looked at it. He sent me this information. This isn't for me. So I thank you, Troy, very much. It's a 3-pocket, but it sits above a little bit and it tries to redirect the vent underneath the pouch and then up. So there's been some complaints. I'm not going to get one because of the complaints. But you might want to check it out. I just looked on Harley. I saw a lot of complaints that it screws up that whole system.
Yeah, I don't think I'd want to mess with the system.
No.
That's too nice to have that reduction, but head buffering. I don't.
Right. I wish they would have just made a 2-pouch and just leave the center open, but they don't yet. So
That's
they
a
try
good
to
idea.
they try to direct that under, and most guys are saying it was fine without it. And now it hits me right in the forehead, the wind, because it brings it under and up. And so, anyways, the part.
So
number,
what you're
guys,
saying is Harley Davidson, if you're listening to this podcast, and I know they listen,
dang right, they
can
do.
we get a 2-pouch without a pouch in the middle?
Thank you, and a rightful sponsor.
That's right.
Because we sell so much stuff for you guys. 3-pocket frame pouch, part number 933000054A. I will have it in the show notes, lawabidingbiker.com/ and the show number. You can get these. It's $130 from HD. I'm sure some other companies will be coming out with some soon, and we'll see what they have to offer. But it is, like I say, screwing things up on the most part for a lot of people. So there you go. Don't want to screw it up. harleydavidson.com. Oh, I'll have the link. Yeah, I'll actually have a direct link in the show notes for you guys where you can actually pull that up and see it right on the Harley site for sale. Let's finish an email and we'll take it out, guys. Why don't you hit this? Look at that, where that's from. Why don't you hit that one, Lurch?
Is that Halsall, by the way, that last name? I can't say from here.
Halsall, Halsall.
Justin Halsall of Amsterdam, the Netherlands.
Mhm.
Wow.
Weeds.
That is cool.
Weed's been legal there for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
They don't got anything on Washington weed. You know what? Speaking of Amsterdam and weed, now that there's so many medical marijuana states and legal marijuana states, I wonder if people are even going to Amsterdam anymore.
Don't need to now.
Don't need to.
Just go to Crackama.
Yeah, you can come to Washington and Colorado for your weed, and you can go to Nevada for your prostitutes. You don't even need to go there.
There you go.
Amsterdam. Anyways,
Shout out to Amsterdam. We love you guys over there. Thanks for listening.
hi, Ryan and Lab co-hosts. I've been listening to your podcast for a while and really like it. I'm somewhat new to riding, got my license on bike in May, and have enjoyed every minute I have been able to ride since then. Together with a couple friends, I have been doing some tours around the country. He's talking about the Netherlands, and I'm planning to do some more around Europe, both with my friends and with my girlfriend on the back. Think about that. I would like to sand to the beach, my friend. I would like to know, honey, if you're listening, I'm just kidding. I would like to know if you guys have any experience with helmet communication systems. Again, what's the point of that? To talk to your passenger and or riding buddies. Is there anything you can recommend, and should I pay any attention to anything in particular when going out and to get one or multiple for these systems? Keep up the good work. I have used one before when I
There-
first started riding.
That's why I gave this
Yeah.
to you.
Did you know I had one?
I did.
Oh.
You told me about it before.
Yeah, I had a chatterbox.
See, and that's what I put in the notes even. Look at that.
Oh, look at you.
Mhm.
Yeah, I had a chatterbox when I had my sport bike. I got it, and you know what? Yeah, I could talk back and forth with my wife, and we can listen to music and all that good stuff. But then after a while,
That's
I realized,
dorky.
yeah, it was my first, second bike. Then I realized after a while that I
I'm
maybe don't want
teasing.
to listen to my wife.
Yeah.
We
because I
love our
listen
wives.
to her enough. I know. I
You
love
can-
my wife
You
dearly.
can mute her. You can mute it.
No, you
Mhm.
Can't you mute it?
no.
And just shake your head like I always do when she's talking to me. I just shake my head like I'm listening. Yes. Dear. Yes. You know exactly what I'm talking about.
Oh yeah.
Don't you?
No.
We talked about the Zen state earlier. You can't get into your Zen state if your wife's yakking at you on the
Yeah.
chatterbox.
The bike is supposed to be to not think about anything.
It's happy time.
Right.
It's me time.
Just ride,
Yeah.
listen to your music. Don't worry about you can
Yep.
chat when you get there.
Yep.
If
Got
you're-
my Corbin seat. I'm in my zone.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have a Corbin seat.
No.
I want one.
Oh,
On a 93 BMW.
Corbin,
That's-
if you're
attaboy.
listening, I can ride my bike with no handlebars.
So tell us about this chatterbox. I don't have a lot of experience with these things.
It works fine. It's a 2-channel, and one of the odd things I actually found out about it, I had mine on one day riding by myself because it works better if you have a full face helmet, and the helmet I had was an Arai helmet. It actually had pouches inside the helmet for speakers.
Mm-hmm.
So I was able to plug in, because on the sport bike, again, I didn't have a stereo, so I could plug my iPod or whatever into that chatterbox system and use the speakers to listen to music. But it's only 2 channels. It's channel 1 and channel 2. And I was riding down the road, and all of a sudden I just started hearing random people talking.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Because
Not a
it's
closed
it's not a closed system,
Right. Mhm.
and it works on the system. The little walkie-talkies, the 40-channel walkie-talkies,
Right.
Mhm.
talkabouts, and those
Mhm.
things. It works on the same band as those. So there was
Really?
So there was 2 cars traveling together, and they were yakking back and forth on their little talkabouts, and it was on the same channel that I had in my helmet.
Did you talk back to him?
No, I
Get off my channel.
I was too busy listening.
That was
to my
always
tunes.
awesome back in the day when your neighbors had a cordless phone.
Yeah.
And, there's only a couple channels, and you're sitting there talking. All of a sudden, you're listening to the neighbor's
They
conversation.
come in on yours. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Now, I did not know those. That's good information.
Yeah.
That they run on the same
Well,
frequencies
that
as
was a
those
long
CBs.
time ago. I bet they're all closed now, and
I would
you're
think
not going
so.
to pick somebody
Well,
up.
there's only so many channels you can run on FCC channels and things like that
Without
so I
federal
don't know.
license.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. I don't, like on Sarge's bike though, him and his wife, they plug into the bike, and I would have to imagine it's kind of a
That
closed
would be
deal
a closed system.
in the bike.
Yes.
But that's
But once again, it's like I just want to go down the road and listen to my music and just zone out.
yeah.
You know.
If we need to stop or she needs to talk to me, she'll pat me on the shoulder and
You can yell at me.
yell, "I need to pee," I'll
Right.
pull over.
Mm.
you don't want her in your head.
No, I don't. I really don't. I want to hear the sound
I'm
of
in
my
your-
bike and maybe some tunes, and I'm good.
Mm.
I'm
But-
in your head.
If you have a Harley or a touring bike that has a closed system, that's one thing. If you have another bike with no system on it whatsoever, the Chatterbox is good. It's a good product. I have no
Probably the
problem
most
with it.
popular one that I found.
Yeah. That's where I'd steer a guy if he wanted one.
Yep, I agree. And if you guys do want to order a Chatterbox or any type of that, don't forget to use our affiliate. No cost to you. We get a little commission. lawabidingbiker.com/Amazon. They've got a ton of it. I'll have a couple links to those guys. I'm also going to throw this one out to the audience, to the listening audience, our listener line, 509-731-3548.
Again, that's 509-731-3548.
Attaboy. Or right from your computer, lawabidingbiker.com/voicemail. And we'll just ask for some feedback on that. And if you guys know of any other good systems besides the Chatterbox, I don't have a ton of experience, so that's why I'm throwing it out to you guys. And let us know. Leave a voicemail, and we'll play it on an upcoming episode to help Justin Halsall of Amsterdam. Thank you so much for sending that email in. All right, guys. Appreciate you guys staying with us here. And we're going to go ahead and get down to checking out. What do we want to call to action, guys? Use that B&H photo affiliate link, guys, lawabidingbiker.com/BNH. Of course, you know our listener line. You know our voicemail if you want to do it from your computer. I've got some t-shirts. They're in the works, guys. I'm still having the logo drawn up. It's going to be intense. It's going to be awesome.
Did you get a schmedium for Popeye?
I did, so his guns can...
Sun's out, guns out.
Right.
Sun's out.
All right, guys, get into that Law Abiding Biker email club. You get everything first right there, lawabidingbiker.com/email club. Extra promo code, stay in touch. We don't spam you. That's right, no spam. Of course, you can email us or anything, kind of contact at lawabidingbiker.com/contact. Rate us on iTunes and Stitcher Radio, guys. You guys are awesome. Keep the rubber side down
And the shiny side up.
Thank you to Lurch and Popeye for being in the studio, guys. Really appreciate it.
We're out like a trout.
Appreciate you eating my food and drinking my booze.
Oh, good hamburgers tonight.
Wouldn't be here any other ways.